Hello everybody, my name is Starrapter and welcome to the channel. This is my spoiler-free review for Watchmen, a 9-episode limited series created by Damon Lindelof on HBO. So yes, I'm finally getting a chance to seeing this thing because it's been out since the fall, before everything happened, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit here. But this story is based off of the graphic novel that was released in the 1980s. Yes, there is a film created by Zack Snyder, but the ending in that is way different than the comic book ending. But no, this limited series is based off of the 1980s masterpiece called Watchmen of the same name. So this series was all about the current times, right? We have this character of Angela Abar, and she is a police officer in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where there's a lot of injustice, a lot of racism going on. You have the white supremacists. It's scary how crazy this is, like skirting the edges of reality right now. I mean, this series came out before the pandemic, before what is happening with the riots and what was happening with inequalities and everything else in the world. So it was almost like, whoa, having watched this after all this stuff, it's like, Damon Lindelof, it's like, holy crap, this guy kind of guessed what would happen in the future. It's really scary. So just on that note, seeing this series and what it has to say about those specific topics, you have the cops wearing the mask for specific reasons. It's crazy how we can experience fiction that skirts the lines of reality. It's unbelievable. So we have Angela Abar. She's going around Oklahoma. She's discovering things that seem a little bit weird. So without giving anything away, there's going to be characters that show up in this series that were in the Watchmen graphic novel. Without giving anything away, that's going to happen. What I like about this series is it's a slow build-up. You have these episodes that are pretty rather long. I mean, for HBO, it's kind of normal. They're like 55 minutes to an hour and 5 minutes each episode. I like how they function as each episode was almost like a deep dive into a specific character or a specific time period. I like how the show is so fresh because it jumps around different eras of time. And then by the last two episodes, the last episode, it all comes together and it all makes sense because throughout this series, Lindelof does a great job of really hooking the audience and spinning our heads around saying, what the heck is going on in this scene? And then he comes back around and solves it in a way that is just, it's mind-blowing. There's several moments in this series that were mind-blowing to me because you have characters that get connected from Watchmen, and at first, when you first start watching a show, you're like, okay, I don't see how any of this is going to connect to the Watchmen comics, but just wait for it, it will. I think the music is a great addition to this series. Trent Reznor, he is from Nine Inch Nails. He does such great synth music as well as pepper in some current music, as well as have other things like way back in time that really adds to the soundtrack, adds to all this. The visual effects are awesome. You're going to see lots of cool superhero type action, the camera angles, the directing. Acting, of course, is awesome. The runaway star in this one is Jeremy Irons. Yes, the guy from Batman v Superman and plenty of other films that you know him better by. He is awesome in this. And, Regina King, of course, who plays the character of Angela, she is great in this. A great lead character. I can't say enough good things about all these characters and about how it all connects in the end. It's just such a ride, such a ride that is not connected to another season. It's interesting that it's a limited season because the way this ends, they could perhaps do something else, but it seems like they'll leave it that way. It seems like there's not going to be anything else. But what I will say is it's just great event television that every episode ends in an impactful way. It makes you want to watch more. It makes you think about what is going on in today's society. And I think that's one of the highest praises you can give something. The only negative I would say is if you haven't read the graphic novel or haven't seen anything from the Zack Snyder film, you might be a little lost at points. This does go for more of the hardcore fans. They do explain it, but I feel like there still could be people that might have been left in the dust with what exactly is going on. So with that being said, I got to give a Watchmen a score of a 9.5 out of 10. This is must-watch television, especially if you're a fan of the Watchmen graphic novel or the film. You're going to want to see this. There's such cool connections in this. This is seminal television everything around the board, again, from the acting to the directing to the storytelling, everything is top notch. This is up there for me with The Mandalorian as one of the best series of 2019. So what do you guys think about this series? Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. That is going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.